hours home. That's a bit.
Okay, here, you're gonna need some glasses eventually. Yeah, I'm here. You dragged me into this. Just like you
Right.
did everything else, horses and dogs and did politics. You ran for Senate and all that kind of stuff. It's been fun. So we're here, finally just have a conversation about life, how we met, how we started,
Yeah.
what we've done, what brought us to this point, and I don't know if we're going to touch on all those things. So, give you a little insight into our life when we were in our 30s, which was a long time ago.
A really long time ago.
Lynn and I had both been through the ringer. We put ourselves there. It wasn't really. We're responsible for most of the pain that we went through. Lynn and I are both from addiction. So, one of our foster kids, Kara, she's no longer with us. She actually died from an overdose. It was really, really sad at 30 years old.
Very sad.
And I was a pastor and a chaplain, and I did her funeral. It was incredibly difficult for us. She was like one of ours, but she was such a sweet young lady, but she had an issue with not being good enough, and she was constantly trying to be. And she would let you into her life after she left our house when she was good enough. She was shoveling the horse poop. She decided to take a shortcut. We have this ditch right behind her house. Remember that? And she'd throw it in the ditch instead of in the manure pile. And we go, oh, how are you getting done so fast? Until a couple months later, she threw so much manure in there that it overflowed and flooded her barn. She got caught doing a lot of things like that. And all of our kids were different. Natalie was our
Natalie was the
oldest.
princess,
Yeah.
and she would always say that we'd tell her it builds character, and she'd be out there with her beautiful blonde hair, just dragging the bucket through the mud,
Yeah, I had him.
pissed.
Yeah, I had him say, builds character.
Builds character.
Because sometimes it would be really muddy, and the wheels would get really big with mud. And big
But it was
memory we
good.
talk about a lot,
I
yeah.
mean, they all got to learn how to ride. A lot of kids came, a lot of kids through social services, a lot of people got the experience of, being around horses. They never would have gotten. And I'm sure that Natalie, as she matures, and many of them appreciate and value what they experienced
Hope so.
in the house that Billy built.
Yeah, a lot of Shelties. We had Shelties most of our life, and a couple border collies. And as we grew into that, we realized we couldn't be without them.